Hello, good evening. I am Umudu Gajaga and this is QTV News coming to you live from our studios on Karaba Avenue. Thank you for joining us. And here are the main local and international news headlines. Following the introduction of a route licensing scheme for commercial vehicles, the President of the Gambia General Transport Union and a road safety officer from the Ministry of Transport expressed optimism about the scheme's successful implementation. A delegation of health experts from the United States are in the Gambia providing a week-long free eye and dental clinic service, among other interventions. The Turkish Cooperation and Coordinating Agency, TICA, in collaboration with the Supreme Islamic Council, on Monday presented food items to the needy and underprivileged in the Greater Banjul and the West Coast region for Ramadan support. And in international news, more than 100 people, including women and children, have been reported killed following a powerful explosion at an illegal oil refinery in Nigeria on Friday. And in sports news, a suck in football top division as bottom side Elite United beat league leaders Real de Banjul, while Gambia Armed Forces eased their relegation worries with a win in week 16 of the GFF First Division League. Those were the main news headlines, and now the news in detail. QTV News. Following the introduction of a route licensing scheme for commercial vehicles by the government through the Ministry of Transport to improve the overall efficiency of the country's transport, the President of the General Transport Union and a road safety officer from the Ministry of Transport expresses optimism about the scheme's successful implementation. Omar P. Jallo tells us more.
The new route licensing scheme started on Monday, 11 April 2022. To ensure smooth implementation, selected routes are being used to pilot the scheme. The scheme applies to commercial vehicles lancing to carry 10 or more passengers. Quoted in a press release, Lamin Jai, the Transport Ministry spokesperson, says any commercial vehicle meeting the criteria and plying the pilot area routes should register for one route with the ministry's officials who will be around the designated destinations in Banjul, Serekunda, Bakote, former Tipa Garage, Brusubi, Costa Road and Birkam. Any vehicle not registered for one of the above routes cannot ply the routes. Here are Omar Sise, the President of the General Transport Union, and Ansumana Kasama, a road safety officer at the Ministry of Transport.
Today, Union is working with the Ministry of Transport. Go to the garage, garage by garage. This period of Ramadan, drivers by registering. No, that's just continued process. No, we are convincing them. But things cannot change one day. These provinces are here over 30 years now. You cannot change within 1 month. That cannot be possible.
The implementation has started, and then we are issuing out this permit. And then I will take this opportunity also to call on drivers to come and register with the ministry. In terms of compliance, some are complying, some drivers, but you know, this is a new initiative. Because this is the first time we are introducing this in the Gambia, and of course there will be challenges. That is, some will tell you, well, I have to inform my boss because I'm not the owner of this vehicle. So anything that I will venture into, I have to consult with my boss, that is the owner of the vehicle. We do have some of these kind of challenges. And then the other thing is drivers will be telling you plying only one particular route is, you know, it's not in their favor because they want, some of them want the status quo to continue. That is, they can ply on any route that they wish.
Therefore, all transporters or operators wishing to ply the routes covered by the scheme are urged to register. The Ministry of Transport, Works and Infrastructure is responsible for registration and issuance of permits and stickers for free at various garages across the Greater Banjul area and the West Coast region. Drivers are urged to comply with this route licensing scheme, as failure to do so may attract fines and penalties. Furthermore, the Office of the Inspector General of Police, through its traffic unit, is expected to enforce this policy. Reporting for QTV News, I am Omar P. Jallo.
A delegation of health experts from the Global Health Outreach in the United States are in the Gambia, providing a week-long free eye and dental clinic service, among other interventions. Aliou Cissé reports.
The week-long visit by the health experts of Global Health Outreach is the second since 2019, after COVID-19 prevented them coming thereafter, and forms part of efforts to provide free health care to Gambians. The team is located at the Glory Baptist International School in Bakau and comprises medical doctors and nurses. Global Health Outreach is part of the Christian Medical Dental Association, the largest faith-based organization of doctors and dentists in the world, with about 19,000 members. The initiative is facilitated through the relationship between Calvary United Community Church's pastor, Reverend Bidwell Mendy, and a church in Tennessee, United States, that contacted Global Health Outreach for an outreach program to the Gambia. Dr. Frank Imbarato, team leader, said their teams had visited various countries around the world, including Ukraine, where they are currently serving.
Global Health Outreach sends a team a week out to about 30 different countries. So we're quite large, and we've been around for many, many years. Christian Medical Dental has been around since 1933, and Global Health Outreach has been around since 1960. Today, I have a team here of 33 people from 13 different states in America. And we age in range from 12 to 83 years old. And we have 10 doctors and 4 dentists, 3 pharmacists, 7 nurses, and then about 8 logistical people that are helping. They help in the pharmacy, they help with children.
Pastor Bidwell Mendy, who facilitated their visit, explains the rationale behind the initiative.
Yeah, looking at the health situation in this country, I realize that we cannot leave it with the government alone. And having the opportunity to be traveling to the US over 20 years now, I came across people who are connected to Global Health Organization. And I said we need something like that in order to be able to help, not even in total, but to be able to help partly medically. And that is how they started in 2019 with an intention of continuing annually. But because of the COVID-19 pandemic, they couldn't come for 2.5 years, but this year they are able to make it. And this Global Health Organization comprises a lot of profession. They have dentists, cardiologists, ophthalmologists, and therapists, and they are able to treat, and because some of them are general practitioners, and it is like you are welcome as soon as you hear it to come and be treated.
Bori Koli, Pastor Bidwell's former teacher, has been involved in the program and thanked the team for traveling to serve Gambians.
People, no matter which religion you belong to, they have come to help people resident in the Gambia. So these doctors are here for anybody who thinks he can find his way here, he can come and then you at least get something from them.
Speaking to QTV off camera, some of these patients expressed gratitude to the doctors and hope Gambians will take advantage of such an intervention and head to the Glory Baptist International School in Bakau to get free quality eye treatment, among other services. Reporting for QTV News, I am Aliou Cissé.
The Turkish Cooperation and Coordinating Agency, TICA, in collaboration with the Supreme Islamic Council, on Monday presented food items to the needy and underprivileged in the Greater Banjul and West Coast region as part of Ramadan support. Loli M. Camara reports.
The items include 200 bags of rice, sugar and gallons of cooking oil. The donation came because of the Council's cordial relationship with the Turkish humanitarian NGO. Sheikh Al-Haji Issa Dabo, the president of the Gambia's Supreme Islamic Council, expressed gratitude and thanked TICA on behalf of the beneficiaries.
We thank the Turkish government and the people of Turkey for their continuous support to the Gambia in all aspects of life. They are supporting the Gambia technically, they are supporting the Gambia in health sector, education, just to name few. So we thank them very much, and we pray to the Almighty Allah to strengthen the relationship between these two brotherly countries or sisterly countries. We pray to the Almighty Allah in this month of Ramadan to pay or reward all the donors who contributed, offering or giving out these items that we are distributing to the people who are here.
Shu Bayar, Tika's country coordinator, said their main objective is to extend a helping hand to the people in need, and Tika is giving humanitarian assistance to more than 150 countries in Africa. The Ramadan donations, he added, coincides with Tika's 30 years anniversary. In a separate but similar development, Tika also presented 100 bags of rice, sugar and cooking oil to the Gambia Federation of the Disabled. Lamin K. Fati, the acting executive director of the Gambia Federation of the Disabled, expressed gratitude.
We are saying thank you to Tika, that's the Turkish people, for the donation. It is timely, and on behalf of the Federation and on behalf of the DPOs, that's the disabled organization, we really appreciate the donation. And we assure them that this donation, the items or the relief, will be shared among all the DPOs around the Combo here. And it is very important, and we are calling on other agencies and other philanthropists also to add their hand or support to the person with disability in this country.
According to its officials in the Gambia, Tika will donate more than 500 bags of rice, sugar and gallons of cooking oil as Ramadan support throughout the holy month. For QTV News, Lolly M. Kamara.
Well, from that report, we now take a short commercial break, and when we return, we still have some more local and international news stories. Do stay tuned.
Welcome, Gambian people. Dañoo proud ci Gora's boutique. Gora's boutique si biir Gambia ubbeeti na boutique bu bees ca Tippa Garage Mall of the Gambia si West Africa yëpp maanaam Afrique de l'Ouest yëpp Gora's boutique rek moo fi am lu mel nii ngir bégal clientèle bi. New shop Tippa Garage Mall of the Gambia. Gora's boutique #1 ci West Africa. Gora's boutique by Kaja. Gora's boutique ana kuy wut bazin riche ñëwal Gora's boutique. Ana kuy wut bazin bower ñëwal Gora's boutique. Ngay wut bazin original ñëwal Gora's boutique. Ngay wut Gesner ñëwal Gora's boutique. Bu dee fil à fil nga bëgg nag fii la fekk baax. Coton brodé fii la fekk baax. Brodé pirxe bi xale yi jigéen yëpp bëgg. Brodé pirxa ngi noonu amul fenn. Gora's boutique moo ko am ak am classe nga bëgg Swiss Val. Brodé Autriche best quality high quality laa lay wax de. High quality maanaam high quality and unique fii rek la am Gora's boutique. Jëlal gaaw til boo bëgg sax am na fa. Looy wut ci tisi sañse dëgg ñëwal Gora's boutique. Jëlal number Gora's boutique 76938223 wala 3072354 ay Gora's boutique ak am classe.
This is the quality of elegance.
Looking for the fastest and easiest way to receive money transfers from abroad? Well, QMoney and Ria just made it happen. Now you can receive international money transfer from Ria directly into your QMoney account with no additional cost. Once you receive an SMS alert about your transfer, walk into any QMoney agent across the country to receive your payment for free, or use the money immediately to buy credit, QPower, and other QMoney services. It's fast, safe, and convenient. For more info, call customer care on 133. QMoney, Sinu Calpe. Terms and conditions apply.
Welcome back, and thank you very much if you're just joining us. This is QTV News, and we welcome our listeners who are also listening to us on Q Radio. Commodity sales, locally called Wanter, are ongoing at the Serekunda market. QTV's Lolly M. Cameras spoke to vendors and consumers to see how this year's Wanter is progressing. Lolly M. Camera again.
Following complaints from Serekunda women vendors about the late start of the Commodity sales or Wanter, now their complaint is that this year's Wanter is slow compared to last year. Aissatou Kebe, who sells children's clothes during this Wanter, explains how the sales are faring. This year Wanter is hard. I started coming to the market since the 15th of this month, just to make sure I can sell all the things that I ordered for the corridor. But for now, business is very slow, but we hope customers will come before it closes. Jaina Baba, who also sells children's product, tells us how this year's corridor sales are going for her. Wanted this year is not encouraging. Customers are complaining about the high prices, which I think contributes to slow sales. And the tables given to us to display our products are expensive too. So I appeal to the authorities responsible for issuing out tables to reconsider the cost the next time such events are to happen. Ajijen, a customer who was there to shop for her children, says Korité sales this year are better because the prices are reasonable compared to last year. We thank God for this year's Wanter because people can buy and get home on time. But some people still complain about the lack of money. But I believe if people did not have money, the market would not have been this congested. Aji Minte, a customer, also gave us her take. Things were more cheap last year because last year I bought a pair of shoes for $250 and today a pair cost $500 or more. I have been in the market since this morning, but as yet I haven't bought anything. Wanter is gaining momentum at the Gambia's busiest market, Serekunda, after it was officially opened on Saturday by the KMC. While customers gave differing views on whether things are more expensive compared to last year, the vendors are optimistic that things might change for the better for them in the days leading up to Korité. For QTV News, Lolly M. Kamara.
Well, from that report, now to international news. In international news, more than 100 people, including women and children, have been reported killed following a powerful explosion at an illegal oil refinery in southern Nigeria on Friday. More in this report.
The incident happened at the boundary between Rivers State and Imo State. According to local media reports, emergency response teams have counted 109 bodies, while others remain missing. Many of those killed were workers at the illegal refinery, and most of them are burnt beyond recognition. A picture from the scene of the explosion shows burned-out vehicles. Officials are still investigating the extent of deaths, injuries and damages, and the police are looking for the owner of the illegal refinery, who is at large. President Muhammadu Buhari has said the country is in shock and trauma, describing the incident as a catastrophe and a national disaster. The damage to fishing and farming caused by the oil industry over the decades and the failure to share the oil wealth has led some to find other ways to make money by building illegal refineries, especially in parts of the oil-rich Niger Delta, despite efforts by authorities to halt the practice. Government figures released last year and reported on by Nigerian media found that more than 400,000 barrels of crude oil are being lost to theft each day. It is not yet clear what caused the explosion, but accidents have been common in the past at similar dangerous sites where safety measures are non-existent. In October last year, 25 people, including children, were killed in a blast at an illegal refinery in Rivers State, one of Nigeria's top oil-producing areas. Despite being Africa's largest oil producer, where oil has been produced since the late 1950s, the country does not refine enough oil to meet local demand, leading to frequent fuel shortage queues. This led to illegal oil refineries sprouting up across the country to meet the demand. For QTV News, I am Churchill Balle.
Monumental disaster there. Now to sports news. A shock in football's top division as bottom side Elite United beat league leaders Real de Banjul. In another exciting game, Gambia Armed Forces eased through their relegation worries with a 3-2 victory against Falcons in week 16 of the GFF First Division League. It was sweet revenge for GAF as they lost the reverse fixture 5-2. More in this report. Bottom side Elite United shocked Real de Banjul with a 1-0 win, with former Real de Banjul defender Mbaye scoring the only goal, which proved to be the winner when he headed in a cross. A win would have consolidated top spot for Real de Banjul. However, after 16 games played, this defeat sees them drop to second, level on 29 points with first place Brikama United and third place Hawks. Despite being in last place, the win will be a massive boost for Elite United as they fight to avoid relegation. Elsewhere, a goals galore game with end-to-end action, saw a trailing finish between Gambia Armed Forces and Falcons. Lamin Sambo scored the winner in the 80th minute, completing a brace in a match which looked as if it could go either way. Sambo capitalized on Falcons goalkeeper Lamin Jammeh's costly error of leaving his line, coming all the way to the center. In his unsuccessful attempt to backtrack to his goal, the running Lamin Sambo neatly finished with a low shot. The keeper would go on to make another mistake as his pass to a teammate was intercepted, allowing GAF to double their lead through Lamin Sane. GAF took the lead 10 minutes before the break, with Lamin Sambo beating the keeper on the far left. Falcons reduced the deficit twice through Usman Cisse. He followed up on a rebound shot with a header to make it 2-1. Cisse would go on to score a second goal on the night, but they proved not enough as GAF sealed the win with Lamin Sambo's late goal. This is how the two coaches reacted to the game.
For today's game, as we are coming, we prepare fully to come. We make a slogan called, we must get back our 3 points. That's our slogan for this second round. We must bring back our 3 points. That's why we come to Tanil to make sure that we have to get our 3 points back.
Yes, it's bad day in the office, but we'll not put our heads down. Congratulations to the Army side. Coming into this game, we want to pick maximum 3 points, but it wasn't our day today. So all we need is to regroup and move on to the next one, because this one will not come again.
The victory leaves GAF third from bottom and Falcons in 9th in the standings. Mamadou Kajaga, QTV News. Now, before we end this news bulletin, let's have a look at our top news headlines. Following the introduction of a route licensing scheme for commercial vehicles, the President of the Gambia General Transport and a road safety officer from the Ministry of Transport expressed optimism about the scheme's successful implementation. A delegation of health experts from the United States are in the Gambia providing a week-long free eye and dental clinic service, among other interventions. The Turkey's Cooperation and Coordinating Agency, TICA, in collaboration with the Supreme Islamic Council on Monday, presented food items to the needy and underprivileged in the Greater Banjul and the West Coast region for Ramadan support. And in international news, more than 100 people, including women and children, have been reportedly killed following a powerful explosion at an illegal oil refinery in southern Nigeria on Friday. And in sports news, a shock in football's top division as bottom side Elite United beat league leaders Real de Banjul, while Gambia Armed Forces eased their relegation worries with a 3-2 win against Falcons in week 16 of the GFF First Division League. That's it for the news. Thank you very much for watching. Join us tomorrow for more news. Have a pleasant night. Bye.